They will then retrieve the Vodnoslavust panels 1 and 2 from MRM2's handrails. The two will translate over to the test experiment exposure panel 16 and retrieve it and put it in its contamination container. They will then go to Bakada O, or the plume impingement deposit monitoring unit, and reorient it at 90 degrees. They will then translate down Strela 1's boom back to the DC-1 hatch and stow all of their experiments and hardware back into DC-1. The two will then retrieve a tool bag and also another isolation containment bag. Alexei will then go to the service module and retrieve a towel that was used on a previous EVA, and they will stow that in the contamination bag. And this bag will be stowed back into DC-1. The two will then translate to the service module valve assembly, and here they will take samples with the test experiment swabs and take samples of valves 15 and 39. The two will then translate to the Obstanovka measuring unit number 2 and remove some connectors from the boom number 2, and then retrieve the boom, and they will jettison this boom. They will then go back to the measuring unit number 2 and remove some connectors, and then they will remove Obstanovka measuring unit number 2's from the service module handrails, and this unit will be jettisoned as well. They will translate around the service module to Obstanovka measuring unit number 1, and they will remove connectors from the boom number 1 and also jettison this boom. They will also remove 2 connectors from measuring unit number 1 and remove it from the service module handrails and jettison it. Once that's complete, they will translate back to DC-1's EVA ladder, Oleg will ingress the DC-1. Alexei will hand in his tool bag, and Alexei will ingress DC-1 as well. And this concludes Russian EVA 46.
Animated portrayal of all of the work that lies ahead for Oleg Kononenko and Alexei Ovchinin. They are in the process of conducting final leak checks to their Russian Orlan spacesuits. Everything is in order for the start of today's spacewalk. We should be getting underway in about 10 minutes or so. Here in the ISS flight control room, a veteran spacewalk officer, Keith Johnson, is on console today. He is working with his backroom operators as well as the Russian flight control team, making sure that the crew is safe and sound both outside and inside the International Space Station. Johnson, again, a veteran of spacewalking activities, on console today along with the Orbit 2 team of flight controllers. And just a data point for those not particularly familiar with how a Russian EVA is executed, unlike a U.S. segment-based spacewalk, that is measured from the time that U.S. extravehicular mobility units are placed on internal battery power to mark the official start of a spacewalk through the time that the Quest airlock is repressurized to mark the end of a spacewalk. The elapsed time for a Russian spacewalk is marked from hatch open on the Pirs docking compartment to hatch close. So we'll be verifying the official time of hatch open to mark the official time of today's spacewalk, which again is expected to last about 6 hours and 20 minutes.
399 for EV1 and EV2 respectively. Copy, good. Can you tell me what the pressure reading is for Orlan, for the Orlan pressure gauge? 037, 0.
And a good view of the ISS Progress 72 cargo craft.
O2 closed.
At the International Space Station, docked to the Pirs docking compartment at the bottom of your screen. Again, Pirs was launched in September of 2001. Ultimately, will be replaced by the Nauka multipurpose laboratory module that's scheduled for launch in late 2020 by the Russian space agency Roscosmos. Pirs, again, for the past 17 and a half years or so, has served a dual purpose as a docking port for visiting Russian vehicles, as well as an airlock for Russian-based spacewalks, the latest of which about to take place as Oleg Kononenko and Alexei Ovchinin move out into the vacuum of space. Once again, Kononenko will be wearing the suit bearing the red stripes. Ovchinin will be in the suit bearing the blue stripes for today's excursion.
Alexei, are you done with that? I believe so. Okay. Copy that. Well, guys, we're about ready to complete the depress ups. I'm going to hand you over to Mr. Kuryevichev. And I'll see you when you're back in for the depress ups when you're done with the spacewalk. Copy that. Thank you, Dmitry. Alexei, stay here for now. Yeah, I'm just turning around, that's all. Okay. Oleg and Alexei, how are you? How are you, Sergey? Oleg, what are you seeing on the MV pressure gauge right now, more or less? It was 11 millimeters. I'm facing away from it. But the last time I looked, before I turned around to help Alexei, was 11 millimeters. So I need to look. Well, you do need to turn around and look. Yeah, because you need to make sure that you're getting the reading of 0 on the MV pressure gauge. All right, I'm going to turn around and look again. I'm looking at it right now. Let's see.
Я по нему задел 12 миллиметров, по-моему.
I've tapped a little bit. I think it's 12 millimeters or so.
Алексей, давай начинаем приступать.
Alexei, good. Let's proceed with the EV hatch opening.
На ключе положок. В рабочем?
What's the...
Да, в рабочем положении. Так, винты аварийного закрытия нет.
What's the tool config? Nominal. What about the bolts?
Да, проверяли.
You've already checked. Everything is released.
Ручки на всех поворотах в закрытом положении.
And the handle is in the closed position.
Приступаем к открытию.
A-firm. Okay, you are go for EV hatch opening.
Устанавливаю ключ.
Insert the hatch tool and start rotating.
Вращаю против.
Rotating counterclockwise.
Вижу, ролики поехали.
I see the rollers moving. They've engaged. Pressure is 12. 1, 2.
Леш, работаем с ручкой толкателя. На себя до упора.
Push your handle time. Push it away to hard stop.
Принято.
Copy that.
Давление пока 12.
Pressure still at 12. 1, 2.
Так, есть. Щелкнуло. Должны сойти.
And it clicked. It should. The roller should have disengaged. Yeah, pulling the handle. Do I need to leave the tool in the inserted position in the lock? A-firm.
Ручку толкатель на себя.
Pulling the pusher. Yeah, the pressure is on the downswing now. Hold it. Hold it. Pressure still dropping. 8 millimeters. 7. 6. 5 millimeters. 4.
По-моему, стабильно стоит.
Stable.
Мусор вылетает наружу.
Trash is on its way out. Pressure is around 3-4 mil. So, hey, Alexei, can you try to move the handle a little bit? Try.
Что-то мешает.
Yep, something's in the way. I'm trying to push it out, but well, I do see that it's a little ajar now, so you should be able to keep it going. Let me kind of turn around. Alexei, stand by. So that I'm able to get this from you when I need to.
Kononenko and Ovchinin working the procedures to open the hatch to the Pier's docking compartment.
Now you need to secure it with a tether. I'm ready. Here's my right hand, and that's where that tether is going to go when you're ready to hand it over.
Так, ты можешь?
Yeah. Look, I'm still facing away from you, but here's my right hand, and that's where you need to aim when you hand me the tether. And bear in mind where the handrail is located as well. This is your left hand. This is my right hand. Go ahead and open it up. Yep. Let me get on over there first. Is it pushing up against anything? Can you kind of get out of the way a little bit, off to the side? There you go. The hatch is latched in place, and I'm removing the extra slack. Right. And when you're done with that, I'll give you further instructions on what to do next. Sergey, no more slack. The hatch is latched in the open position. Okay, copy. Hold on with the ring. Activate the sublimator. And then we'll move on to the ring. Alexei, go ahead and activate your sublimator. Alexei, first you'll activate yours, and then Oleg. So one at a time. Okay. EV2 confirming that the sublimator has been activated. Copy, Alexei. And this is Gennady. Whenever possible. Go ahead and activate the USOS lights and the GoPro cameras. Copy. Alexei. Can you, as I'm turning around to face you, Oleg, can you make sure that my tether is not snagged up around anything? I think so. Hold on. Stand by. Let me see where that may be. Yeah, stay put. Don't turn around too much. Gotta get in closer if you can. Can you spread your legs out? There. So that's where the snag point was. It's between your legs. What if I...
This is Mission Control Houston, just awaiting official word, but the spacewalk did begin with the opening of the hatch to the Pirs docking compartment at 10:41 a.m. Central Time, 11:41 a.m. Eastern Time, just about right on the money. So at the moment, Kononenko and Ovchinin are exposed to the vacuum of space, with the hatch having been opened to the Pirs docking compartment. The first order of business will be the installation of a protective ring around the circumference of that hatch to the Pirs airlock before Ovchinin moves outside of Pirs. He'll be the first out. He'll move on to the spacewalking ladder right outside of the hatchway, have an opportunity to get his sea legs, if you will.
Can you hold on to the handrail at the EV hatch?
And he'll be joined thereafter by Oleg Kononenko.
Should I release my tether and then you'll hook it on where it needs to go? That's what I'm trying to do.
This is Mission Control Houston, just a minor correction to the hatch opening time. Having received a confirmation now from the Russian flight control team that the hatch actually swung open at 10:42 a.m. Central, 11:42 a.m. Eastern. Again, the spacewalk having begun with the opening of the hatch to the Pirs docking compartment at 10:42 a.m. Central Time, 11:42 a.m. Eastern Time.
Off to the side where? This way. Сейчас, Леха.
Олег, когда у тебя будет возможность, можешь тоже включать сублиматор.
Oleg, keep in mind that whenever you have a moment, you'll need to activate your sublimator too. Oh, so I need to get down, and then you will pull. Something like that. Сейчас пока. Через ногу тебе протянуть его. I kind of pull it through your leg, I guess, around it. That should do it. Yeah, thanks so much. It's good now.
The International Space Station is currently flying 254 statute miles over the South Pacific, about to begin a southwest to northeasterly track that will carry it across the coast of South America and over Chile, south of the capital of Santiago. Again, the 217th spacewalk in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades underway, with the opening of the hatch to the Pirs docking compartment at 10:42 a.m. Central Time, 11:42 a.m. Eastern Time. Kononenko and Ovchinin gathering tools and tethers, and about to see Ovchinin move outside of the Pirs docking compartment, embarking on the first spacewalk of his career.
If you're feeling like it's a little off the comfort level, you can switch it to, say, 2. And this is EV1. Am I going for 3 on the sublimator? Yep. Once you've activated, it should be set to 3. Done. Copy that.
Так, ну что же, кольцо надо ставить. Да.
It's time for the ring. Yep. You need to install the protective ring.
Разворачивайся к леву. Смотри, за фалом следи сейчас.
Turn around and face the lab and kind of keep an eye out on the tether as well.
Разворачивайся.
Turn around. You're spinning the tether around yourself again, so go the other way around. Yeah, go counter. Yep, just like that.
Давай, отойди с него. И вместе раскроем.
Yep, get off it now, and then we'll do it together. Yep, get out from underneath the ring now.
Еще чуть подальше.
Another step or 2 away.
Все, кольцо раскрыл, теперь давай.
You deployed the ring. Now let's try to align. Stand by.
И обязательно, ребят, за шнурком смотрите. Да, чтобы не...
Yeah, and keep your eye on the cable. Yeah, so that the loop doesn't get too far out of reach. You bet.
Так, я пока замков не вижу.
I can't say that I can see the locks quite yet. Keep spinning. Yeah, I need to keep turning. Yeah, because I already see the witness mark. Okay. Keep spinning. Keep turning. Yeah, I see the mark now. Yeah. Oh, we're not quite there yet. Yeah. Here's my mark. Okay. Yeah, the marks have co-aligned. Securing. The ring has been installed. Same here. Copy, guys. Alexei, let me go ahead and turn your camera on. Guys, take a breather now. How's a good time? Or you can go ahead and activate each other's cameras. Alexei, slowly start egressing.
Instructions from the Russian shift flight director to Alexei Ovchinin, telling him to take it slow as he moves outside of the Pirs docking compartment on the first spacewalk of his career, and this his third flight into space. You can see the Progress 72 cargo craft docked to Piers. It arrived back on April 4th, will remain attached to the Piers docking compartment till its departure at the end of July.
On the short tether. It's tethered on the EV ladder.
The protective ring that is always inserted on the circumference of the outer hatch to the Piers docking compartment to protect it from any micrometeoroid debris strikes during its exposure to the space environment. That has been installed. The crew right on the timeline. Next step will be Ovchinin's exiting the Piers docking compartment, and will spend about 3 or 4 minutes becoming accustomed to the vacuum of space outside while he waits for Oleg Kononenko to join him. The first task that these two crew members are scheduled to conduct will be a commemorative birthday greeting to Alexei Leonov, the first human to walk in space back on March 18th, 1965. That was a 12-minute excursion outside of the Voskhod 2 spacecraft. Leonov paving the way for all of the spacewalks that were to follow, including those conducted on the surface of the moon and today's, which is the 217th spacewalk in support of space station assembly and maintenance. And there's our first view of Alexei Ovchinin, now outside of the Piers docking compartment, soon to be joined by Kononenko.
The kid's ready to hand over to him whenever he's ready and whenever he's done getting his bearings. Okay, well, whenever you're ready, but make sure you give him the breather time. Gorgeous, isn't it? Now that I have this crew lock handy, why don't I, if you grab that first, give it to me. First come, first hand over.
Ovchinin and Kononenko remarking on the view from outside of the Piers docking compartment as the International Space Station has moved into an orbital sunrise over the southeastern Pacific Ocean.
Got it. Okay, get it over to farther edge of the... You got it? Secure it? Yep. Oh, it's snagged up on this one too. Yeah, it's a small hook. Still all over the place though. Way all over the place.
Так, держи, Леш. Так. Толкай ее. Толкнул.
Can you push it? Done. Good.
Теперь. Так, укладка, crew lock.
Now, the crew lock bag is outboard, secured on the circular handrail above the EV ladder. Now, this is the tether that everything will get hooked onto. Is it secured on this end? Hold on. I'm going to start handing you stuff over. Yeah, let me get Mr. Leonov's portrait secured first. Here comes Mr. Leonov. Or can you reach in and grab it yourself? You're talking about the hook? Or I can just hook it onto the hook that I've just handed over to you. You got the second hook. Yeah, let me hook it onto this hook. Done. Release this tether right here. Done. Wait, what are you saying? Well, from here. Got it. It's released. Mr. Leonov is in space. Now, up next we have this bag. Are you ready to receive it from me?
Мешок. Давай. Его на подкос сразу.
Yeah. As soon as you've secured it, I'm going to push it all the way out.
Yep.
It's outside the EV ladder. Now we've got the big bag now. I'm going to hand over the tether that's yours over to you. This is your hook. This is what exactly? Oh, this is the large kit.
This is Mission Control Houston. We've gone into a handover between satellites on our tracking and data satellite system. We'll reacquire our downlink TV from the International Space Station momentarily. Alexei Ovchinin outside of the Pirs docking compartment, configuring his equipment, awaiting for Oleg Kononenko to join him outside. Kononenko embarking on the 5th spacewalk of his career. They will set up shop outside of Pirs, conduct a commemorative tribute to Alexei Leonov, who turns 85 years old tomorrow on the occasion of his birthday. Leonov, the first human to walk in space in 1965, on March 18th, 1965, a 12-minute excursion. That was a pioneering milestone in human spaceflight history.
Say what now? Yeah, the crew lock bag is out. Alrighty, guys. Oleg, it's time to go. I'm on my way. I'm gonna release the adjustable. It's released. I'm on my way out. Almost out.
And Oleg Kononenko in the red stripes, now outside of the Pirs docking compartment, joining Alexei Ovchinin for the start of today's spacewalk.
We're not seeing anything. Is my green light on? Yes, it is. Let me turn yours on. Yeah, Alexei's camera, we're about to turn it on. Copy. Yeah. Yeah, the LED is green, so it's on. Still no video as far as I'm concerned. We're not getting any WVS video quite yet, even though both LEDs are illuminated green.
The gold-colored placard that you see on the back of Kononenko's spacesuit, the one with the red stripes, that placard reads Leonov #1. Ovchinin has a placard on the back of his suit that you can now see coming into view that says "Happy Birthday, Alexei Archipovich," which is Leonov's patronymic name.
Hold on, guys. Stand by. Alexei, where's this tether of mine? It's by your right hand, by the handrail. This one, right hand, Alexei. Yeah, the lowermost handrail. No, I'm talking about the kit. You know which one I'm talking about? Can you hand the tether over to me? Oleg and Alexei. Yes. Take a breather, guys. We're still trying to get the WVS video. And as soon as we have, I'll give you the wave off and you'll proceed with the message readout. Okay, this is the shortcut, and this is the equipment tether. Okay, hook it on to your short one.
You can hear through the translator the acronym WVS, which is Wireless Video System. Those refer to the helmet cameras that the two cosmonauts are wearing. Kononenko's helmet camera, once turned on, will be represented by the number 18 in the lower right-hand corner. Ovchinin's helmet camera is number 11 in the lower right-hand corner. They're waiting for those helmet cameras to be turned on before they begin a commemorative message to Alexei Leonov, the first human to walk in space, who turns 85 years old tomorrow.
Oh, the roll towel, should we remove it now? Where's your bag? You see it? Where is it tethered now? It's on the edge of the EV ladder. Where?
Вот этот, вот верхний, вот верхний. Давай подниму сейчас. А где он?
Where is it? Oh.
Я их в сторону, чтобы они не мешали.
It's way over there now. Yeah, I kind of moved them to the side so that they don't get in the way now. I got the bag. Have you gotten the towels yet? Let me switch the hook over to this handrail, and then this is beautiful, isn't it? I got the bag in my hand. Yeah, if it's too much, then why don't we? Can we handle it? Sergey, can we put our hands on it? Sergey. Alexei, go ahead. Are we allowed to touch the towel roll? Yes, but treat it gently. Got it. Alexei, hold the bag. You got it? Got it. Just hold it so that I can push the roll towel right through the neck of the bag.
Так, мне маленький, ты можешь мой маленький перестыковать, там он меня держит.
Can you grab my small hook and move it here?
Тут вытянута рука и все. А он прикручен?
Is it twisted in or something? I would assume so. Yeah, it should be.
Я думаю, просто дернуть надо.
I guess it's just a matter of pulling it hard enough. Have you rehooked it? Not yet. Working on it.
Алексей, вы поработайте
Speaking of the Simpsons. Oleg and Alexei, there's really no need to rush. Plenty of time. There's no need to try to jump the bandwagon. We've got plenty of time. I'm at the roll towel now, Moscow. Let me get the ret tethered on it. In the meantime, I'm going to grab the bag. The roll towel is on the ret now. Copy, everyone. Why was it left here in the first place? It was exposed. Exposed to what exactly? No, fellas, it's not that. It's just that in the early days of station, we were not permitted to jettison towels, so that's why we rolled them up and left them exactly where you're grabbing it out of now. Can you spread the bag open a little bit? Yeah, if you spread it out wide enough, then I'll be able to just toss it in there right away.
Причем это уже из истории. Предыдущее полотенце оказалось Лунчакова.
Oh, and just so happens that this towel has Mr. Lonchikov's name all over it. Is it in the bag? Can I release the red? Yeah, let me kind of get it in deeper into the bag.
Sure.
That it? I'll tell you when.
Oleg Kononenko at the bottom of your screen wearing the suit bearing the red stripes, and Alexei Ovchinin in the suit with the blue stripes, jumping ahead a bit in the timeline and collecting a towel that has been affixed to a handrail on the Zvezda service module to which the Pirs docking compartment is attached. That towel has been outside for several years. It will be brought back inside, no longer needed outside on the International Space Station's Russian segment.
Алексей, пошла картинка.
Alexei, we're getting the WVS video from you, but not from Oleg. Nothing from me. Can I power cycle it again?
Давай попробуем.
Let's try that.
Так, Люш, давай нажми. Так, сейчас, подожди. Ты помнишь, куда тот конец прицепил? Вот на него и сразу
You remember where that other end of the RET was secured, so why don't you tether it to it while you're at it?
Все-таки вот изнутри смотришь, вообще ни в какое сравнение не идет, когда из скафандра.
Yeah, when you see it from the inside, it's not at all similar to seeing it directly through the helmet. The roll towel is in the bag, and the bag is reclosed.
This is our first helmet camera view. This is from Alexei Ovchinin's helmet camera, designated by the number 11 in the lower right-hand corner, and of course by the blue stripes on his arms. And you can see just a glimpse of Oleg Kononenko there on the left, with the suit bearing the red stripes.
Yeah. Turn around. Let me get it to you. Can I attach it? Yeah. A little bit lower. Yeah, but if we're about to shoot that video, then maybe not. Just power cycle it. Turn it off and turn it back on. Can you get in closer? Off and on. Sergey, the WVS has been power cycled. The green LED is back on. All right, let's give it a few more. And then we'll have to make a final decision on whether we go to record the message or not. Well, this is better than nothing. Can you get it in? Kind of inside? Alexei.
Давай все-таки включим АСТР.
Alexei, why don't you go ahead and activate the STR thermal control system?
Входим в ТО. Давай. АСТР.
Set it to 0. Yeah, it's in the mid position. Thermal control handle is in the mid position, activating the STR. Is it in the neutral position? Yep, it's in the mid position. Copy, guys. Yeah, the Leonov's portrait is under your right arm.
The International Space Station flying 253 miles over Brasilia, Brazil, the capital, moving from southwest to northeast. This view from Alexei Ovchinin's helmet camera. The two cosmonauts soon to pay tribute to Alexei Leonov, the first human to walk in space on the occasion of his 85th birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, we're aware of that. A new design has been provided. So now it's just a matter of getting it manifested for flight. Should I make a video of myself?
Давай сейчас я тебя поснимаю.
Олег.
Hey, Oleg.
Значит, мы получаем по двум каналам только видео.
On both channels, we're getting WVS video from Alexei's camera. So here's the deal. You'll grab the portrait. You will get yourself positioned where Alexei's camera can see you, and then we'll proceed with the birthday message. Alexei, in that case, you'll be holding the GoPro. You bet. Yeah, let me hold it. Yeah, the portrait is under your right hand. Right hand. Yeah, right over there. Sergey, the tether's too short. I don't got enough tether to get that far down. Yeah, you need to pull it in towards the hatch. Yeah, just about now, before Alexei started moving, the picture framing was pretty good. We could see about half of you, Oleg.
Так, сейчас я... Так. Она над антенной?
Oh, is it over the antenna?
Не, она не внизу, выше, я же тебе говорю, выше она. Вот видишь, в правую руку твою уходит...
See, it's kind of flying out towards that way, more or less. Yep.
Так, портрет взял на мою GoPro.
Yep, the portrait and the GoPro.
Я к тебе сейчас ближе.
Yeah, let me get in closer to where you are.
Эх. Давай я своей. Держи. Подтяни меня.
Hey, can you pull me in a little? There you go.
Якорь, может, попробовать.
If you try to get in the foot restraint
Ногами он зафиксировал.
to get your feet secured. Yeah, I don't think so. It's a waste of time.
Так, ну все, давай своей.
Alrighty then. I can hold the portrait to make it a little more convenient. Well, Sergey, Moscow, we're ready. We've got the portrait. Can you see it in the picture? We can see, but we... Alexei, move over to your left a little bit. Yeah, we're shooting GoPro as well? Yeah. Yes, please.
Все, начинаем.
Are we go to start?
Давай.
Yes, please.
GoPro мешает.
Alexei, GoPro is way blocking everything. Bring it down. Yeah, let Alexei kind of get his bearings, because the GoPro is facing the opposite way that it needs to. So let him get in position first.
Готов?
Are you ready? Yes, I am.
Леш, чуть левее.
Alexei, move to the left.
Чуть левее что?
To the left of what?
Повернись еще в сторону Олега, влево.
Can you turn to the left to get more Oleg in the frame?
Вот так.
Yeah, like that.
Начинай, Олег.
Are we go to start?
Да.
Yes, Oleg. As all of the world's eyes are trained on us right now, we would like to take this moment before we dive into the EVA tasks. It just so happened that we are performing a spacewalk the day before the birthday of Alexei Leonov, the first man to ever don a spacesuit and venture out of his spacecraft's airlock, taking a step into the starlit abyss, into the vastness of space. This is precisely why we decided to dedicate today's spacewalk to the legend of man, to this legend of a man. Here's a photo of Mr. Leonov that we've brought with us and position it right next to the EV ladder of the Russian segment. Mr. Leonov, please accept our heartfelt birthday wishes. You are with us here and now in the outer space. And for the entire duration of this spacewalk, you will be here with us. Stay in great cosmonaut-worthy health. We hope you continue to be happy, inspired, and truly capable of many great new accomplishments. Happy birthday. Mr. Leonov, moreover, we do have some special messages attached to our individual spacesuits that you can see and enjoy reading. Again, happy birthday on this special day. Well, should we go down now? All right, guys, this is it. Get the GoPros back in place, get them secured.
Вниз сложить ее? Да. Все, стой.
Oleg Kononenko, the Expedition 59 commander, in your view through Alexei Ovchinin's helmet camera, wearing the suit bearing the red stripes, having embarked on the 5th spacewalk of his career, paying tribute through those words to Alexei Leonov, who was the first human to walk in space on March 18th, 1965, a modest 12-minute excursion outside Vashkad 2 that he and Pavel Belyayev rode to orbit.
Okay, I'm not going to...
Testing for the first time a human capability to operate in the vacuum of space that has led to numerous hundreds of spacewalks since, including excursions on the surface of the moon, as well as the International Space Station, 217 spacewalks, including today, in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. A good view of the two cosmonauts, Ovchinin in the suit wearing the blue stripes on the left, Kononenko in the red stripes on the right, having just paid tribute to Alexei Leonov, who turns 85 years old tomorrow. The crew now will press ahead with their next series of tasks, almost all of the work from this point on to be conducted up near the Poisk module on the zenith or space-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station. The next task on the timeline will be the installation of a handrail to facilitate movements between Poisk and the Zarya module on the Russian segment, the first element launched in International Space Station history back on November 20th, 1998.
Everything okay with the bag? Yep. Just don't pull it too much.
Так, встаю. Так, перецепляйся. Там, смотри, у нас немножко перехлестнуло.
Go ahead and hook over there. Yeah, it's they're just a little overlapping, so we need to move them away from each other.
Вот так нормально.
That should be good.
Так, твоя сейчас на твоей стороне ФГБ. Все нормально.
And your side is on the right side, meaning towards FGB, so it looks good.
Так, я у стрелы. Так, подожди.
I am at the Strela boom.
Перестыкуюсь.
Copy. Alexei, wait for me.
Не торопись. Ты вперед. Пал переменной длины, а потом возвращайся.
Alexei, first attach the adjustable tether and then the short tether. No rush.
Олег, помнишь, мы идем до первых кольцевых. На миме втором.
Like, remember, you're translating all the way to MRM2 using circumferential handrails.
Поручни.
Да, и перецепляем.
Yes, that's right. And then we'll rehook our tether.
В сторону от буквы П пойти, судя по дагу. Поэтому нам...
And we simulated this on Doug. So I'm just going to translate this way to get it adapted to being outside first. Okay.
Леша, вот эти вот, смотри, вот на стреле, видишь, леера? Вот за них цепляться.
Alexei, see the lanyard on the side?
Вот за них.
You can hook to them. And I am using the ring. Okay.
Ну давай, я теперь вверх пойду потихонечку. Да, давай.
All right, so can I start translating now? Yes, go ahead, Alexei.
Мы когда смотрели, нам со стороны справа...
When we were looking at it in Doug, we're supposed to stay to the left, correct? Yes, I think that would be best way. And I am waiting for you, Alexei, to get to where I am. Okay.
На поручни видишь?
Чего я уже вижу тот поручень, который нам придется устанавливать, такой же стоит.
I see the handrail that we're supposed to be installing. There is an identical one already installed. Copy.
Перецепился? Да.
Did you resecure your tether?
Давай.
Yes.
Скажешь, когда в натяг...
Then I'm going to continue translation. Once it starts to stretch too much, let me know. Okay?
Хватит?
Should that be enough?
Еще?
No, go ahead and move a little bit farther. Okay?
Сейчас еще чуть-чуть. Так, сейчас подожди. Ага.
Give me a second. Okay.
Сергей, а у меня ни одного выхода не было, чтобы я стрелу не использовал каким-то образом, а?
Sergey,
Все выходы со стрелы.
Ну, видишь?
there has never been a spacewalk that I performed that I wasn't required to use Strela in some way. Well, that's great. It was meant to be used.
Олег, и второго человека нет, который на Союзе побывал 2 раза.
Не говори. Серег, надо сейчас с правой стороны пойдем.
Sergey, we're going to start translating towards starboard now.
Да, и на ВЛ-1 я уже вижу один тест.
And I already see one of the test panels on the EVA ladder.
Нет, нет.
We want to install a shortcut handrail first.
Ну, понятно, то есть мы идем в сторону поиска.
Okay, so we're
В сторону буквы К.
going towards Boysk module, correct?
Далее, подтверждаю, идете в сторону буквы К.
Yes, you are translating towards FGB, where the letter K is labeled.
Принято.
Copy, that's what we thought. We're on PHO right now. Copy.
Смотри, если солнце светит, можешь вайзер опустить. Мне пока нормально, а мне тоже.
All right, and Alexei, if the sun is too bright, you can pull down your visor. I'm good. Me too.
So what's going on? Okay, so should I move up some more? Yes, go ahead. Stand by. Wait. Okay, standing by. Sergey, well, it's interesting too, as of one. So, did you remove the wires here and the antenna installation point? Yes, it was earlier removed from here, just to make sure that it's not in the way. Alexander Samokutayev removed 2 of antenna units back then. Okay. Alexei, I think they're already filming us from MRM2. So move over here. Stand by. So I'm going to translate over there gradually. Okay, yes, and the tether is tightened.
This is Mission Control Houston, 51 minutes into today's spacewalk by Oleg Kononenko and Alexei Ovchinin. This view from an external camera on the International Space Station showing the 2 cosmonauts, Kononenko at the bottom, and above him is Ovchinin as they make their way down the Strela boom. This is a telescoping boom that is used to help Russian spacewalkers move about the Russian segment of the International Space Station. At the very bottom of your screen are the Cyrillic letters that spell out the word Poisk. That is the module that is affixed to the zenith or space-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station, and to which the 2 cosmonauts will be pressing ahead with most of the work on the docket for today's spacewalk, which is the 4th for Expedition 59 and the 4th in this calendar year, with many more spacewalks in the offing in what will prove to be, if it all pans out, one of the busiest spacewalking years in human spaceflight history.
So did you translate with the ring? Here in the ring? Yes, that's correct. And you can do it on the way back? Okay, I rehooked my tether to handrail 6020. And I'm currently using red tether. Copy.
The two cosmonauts are about to set up shop in the vicinity there of the Poisk module to install a handrail that will prove to be a shortcut for movements between the Poisk module and the Zarya module, which is on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the station.
19, yes, that's correct. Go ahead and re-engage your tether hook again. Okay, so the handrail is next to your right shoulder. If you look up, then it will be parallel. So do you see the handrail now? Yes, so hook your tether to that handrail, and then you will re-engage it to the circular handrail. Okay, so I don't think that I can do it right away. So it's around the Strela boom. Well, actually, please hook adjustable tether first to make sure that you will be able to engage it onto the short one. Okay, so let me go back here. So are you using the small hook? Yes, that's correct. Okay, so connect one hook. Inaudible? Okay, I have... Okay. Okay, it is underneath your left arm. I'm holding it, and I'm going to hook it onto the handrail. And then you will move over to the EVA bundle, and you will take it out from underneath Strela boom. EVA bundle is attached on one side, and I am at RAM 2. Okay, go ahead and release it. Okay, so I need to hook my short tether to the handrail, and that's where we're translating to. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so the hook is engaged onto the handrail 6020. Okay, and I need to reach to over there, reach that handrail. Okay, copy. So you will need to re-engage your hook to this short handrail, and then you will move over here. Okay. Give me the tether hook. It is already engaged, so we'll need to engage it onto the circular handrail. Let me turn it over. Okay, give me a large hook now, and I'm going to re-engage it to over here. Okay. Okay, I got it. Yes, thanks. Now you will need to re-engage this hook. Please move in the vertical direction. Okay. And lower your legs, please. And move forward. Okay, it's good now. And you can rehook the EVA bundle just to make sure that it's not in the way, that we don't have to carry it all the way there. Okay, so let me do that. Stand by. Okay, let me.
This is Mission Control Houston. We're approaching the 1 hour mark into today's spacewalk by Oleg Kononenko and Alexei Ovchinin, the 217th spacewalk in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. The two cosmonauts opened the hatch to the Pirs docking compartment airlock at 10:42 a.m. Central Time, 11:42 a.m. Eastern Time this morning. Ovchinin was first out of the hatch, setting up equipment, followed shortly thereafter by Oleg Kononenko. They retrieved a towel that had been tied to a handrail right outside of the Pirs hatchway that was placed back inside the airlock. And then they paid tribute to Alexei Leonov, who turns 85 years old tomorrow, the iconic Russian cosmonaut who was the first human to walk in space on March 18th, 1965. The crew now, as you can see in this downlink video from an external camera on the truss of the station, is working in the vicinity of the Poisk module on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the station as they work to install a shortcut handrail that will make a translation path easier to navigate for future spacewalkers between Poisk and the Zarya module, which is on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment.
So the right one is not tethered, and it is not secured. So you will have to translate to FGB. Alexei will translate towards FGB now. Okay. Okay. Copy. Oleg, and at 60:15 there is a sensor. Do you see it? Yes, I think that's it. So 15:05, 16:06. And 16:17 is at a 90-degree angle, approximately. Well, you know, we forgot about these items when we were planning everything, and I remembered about that yesterday. Well, should we relocate this kit? But I don't think that's possible. because of all the cables here. No, really, Oleg, we can't relocate it. And I put it there in the first place.
Yes.
Okay, copy. There are 3 of them. Okay, Alexei, we're going to be at Eclipse Pass, and if necessary, you can activate your lights. Yes, in 3 minutes, you're going to be in Eclipse Pass. Okay. Do you see this one? Yes, I see. Sergey, say again. In 3 minutes, you are going to be in Eclipse Pass, night pass. Okay, copy. Okay, stand by.
The International Space Station is currently flying into an orbital sunset, as you can hear from the translated space-to-ground conversation with the cosmonauts outside. Currently flying 253 statute miles above central Kazakhstan, moving from northwest to southeast in an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator.
Guys, and if it can work at Eclipse Pass, then during the first 5 minutes you can rest, and then, depending on how you feel, of course, you can go ahead and install the short handrail. We copy all. There is a soft handrail right underneath your feet. Sergey, come again. We didn't copy. Are GoPro cameras on? Yes, they're on for both. Okay, once you enter Eclipse Pass, deactivate, turn off GoPro cameras. Okay. Well, it will be complicated. That's why, guys, I'm saying that you need to rest for 5 minutes. Well, you know, Sergey, it will be hard to reach that area from over here. And I'm going to turn off my camera. And for Alexei, it is installed sort of farther out. Okay, so, you know, when you're close to each other, you can actually relocate it. Okay. Well, so how do I reach it? What's the best way to reach it? I've turned off my GoPro camera. So I copy. So, grab a hold of the soft handrail, and now you can actually bend your elbow to 45 degrees. Oleg, Alexei, once you install everything on handrail 1505, please remember to perform all the operations with the isolating container. Of course, we're not going to forget about that, and it is a bright color. Okay, thanks. Sounds good. Okay, I'm using my left hand, handrail 1505. Do you see it? And you are holding on to handrail 1506. And 1505 is above that one, so please move up. Move your hand up. And to the left. Do you see the handrail 1505? Do you see the label? Yes, it's right here. And, you know, I don't even know what the installation angle will be. If the axis, the rotation will be sufficient or not. Well, maybe it would be better to tether myself to that handrail. Well, Alexei, Oleg, yes, go ahead. So, well, you know, we're going to try to use 1505. Well, actually, you can use handrail 1506. I think it is at a more acceptable angle. Okay. Okay, and what about 6018? Should we try that one? Because I think this...
This is Mission Control. Again, this view from the helmet camera of Oleg Kononenko, the Expedition 59 commander, well into the 5th spacewalk of his career. He and Alexei Ovchinin are about to begin the work to install a handrail that will connect a translation path between the Poisk module on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station and the Zarya module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the complex.
Okay, let me re-engage my rat tether to that handrail. Okay, wait. Let me get that done. Okay, so I've re-engaged my red tether at 6018, at handrail 6018. You will see some MLM equipment. Okay, stand by. Give me a minute. Okay, guys, go ahead and take a 5-minute break and think it all over, and then we will begin the handrail installation. And please rest for now. Okay, so I'm going to attach this one to red tether. This is number 16. Above it. Okay, so I'm in an excellent position now. Okay, so the wind knob came off.
And back with our downlink TV after a handover between satellites on our tracking and data relay satellite system constellation. Once again, this view now from Alexei Ovchinin's helmet camera as he and Oleg Kononenko work in the vicinity of the Poisk module on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the station, 1 hour, 11 minutes into today's spacewalk that is scheduled to last about 6 hours and 20 minutes or so.
Well, it's just for now because I need to adjust the wind knob. Okay, Oleg, did you install it? No.
Kononenko is in the final weeks of his stay on orbit on the International Space Station. He, Canadian Space Agency astronaut David St. Jacques, and NASA flight engineer Anne McLean are scheduled to depart the International Space Station in their Soyuz MS-11 spacecraft for a landing on the steppe of Kazakhstan. Their spacecraft is actually attached to the Poisk module, which is in the vicinity of where Kononenko and Ovchinin are currently working. They'll be undocking from the station on June 24th.
Can you rotate it or not?
A little less than 4 weeks from now for a landing on the steppe of Kazakhstan to wrap up a mission of 203 days in duration. That would put Kononenko in his 4 flights into space. At 736 days in space, he will wind up 6th on the all-time endurance list.
It would be better to orient it upwards. Okay, can you move it down and more?
Alexei Ovchinin, who launched a few months ago with Nick Hague to the International Space Station, will be returning on October 3rd, along with United Arab Emirates spaceflight participant Hazza Ali Al-Mansouri, who is to launch on September 25th on a Soyuz spacecraft from the Baikonur Cosmodrome with Oleg Skoropochka and NASA astronaut Jessica Meir.
Move it down.
Skoropochka and Meir will remain on board the station,
More. Move it down.
while Al-Mansouri returns home with Ovchinin and Hague.
Okay. Go ahead and tighten it. And it's pushing against something. Well, do you see that plate over there? I think it's binocular experiment or something. So we're going to change its position. So stand by. Let me release it. And again, please hold it for now. Where is your handrail? So that's how it's going to be installed. Do you see it? Actually, 41 should be in the upwards direction. Can you move it down? Move it down at an angle. I'll actually move it down. Okay, I moved it down. Okay, so okay. Now it's working. Please hold it, and the wind knob came off. Alexei, can you use the handles to screw it on? Well, you know, there is this wind knob right here. Okay, go ahead and screw it on. But be careful and slow. Use small movements. So I'm holding it. Okay, copy. Okay, so do you mean the wind knob that is coming off all the time? Yes. And there it is again. Okay, should we use the range? No. Okay, how many turns did you do? I think it should be closer to that plate.
Надо его держать. Вот смотри. Я сейчас... Или я давай держать. А, вот ты держи, я сейчас подойду. Да. Сейчас то развернусь тебе. Потому что я начинаю засовывать, он это складывается. Он на рэп его переступить. Вот, давай свой рэп, я сейчас на него переступлю. Да ты кидай. А, так, вот рэп, давай я сейчас. Ты его вот он, давай, я сам запихну. Давай, запихивай. Но надо держать. То есть, надо мне держаться, и сейчас начнешь пихать, он будет складываться, понимаешь? Видишь, надо его держать. Одной рукой толкаешь, другой держишь. Так, и давай этот, твой сейчас тоже. Сейчас, давай, подцеплю твой. Так, можешь нажать? Я его запихаю туда. Тихо. Вытаскивай, не вижу конца. Все? Не тяни. Так, есть. Так, твой куда? На контейнер 1, да? Ну, пока за поручень припи. Да мне не видно пока. Да, зацепляй. Да, все. Так, ему тогда засунь. Так, твой где? Вот он, этот. Ну, ты ретро расслабь, тогда сразу чувствуешь, он даже зацепился. Ты его это... Засунул? Угу. Расслабь этот. Расслабил? Да. И зацепи за одно кольцо. Вот сюда? Нет, вот тут вот. Да вот здесь. Так, погоди, он складывается? Нет. Значит, я говорю, он там просто вот этот замок встал. Нет, тут. Они на двух этих усах, на двух проволоках. Я вот смотрю, который из них вот. Вот самый ближайший с замком. Да. Так, сейчас. Сейчас, отдыхай.
Олег, у нас пропала картинка. Скажите, чем вы там заняты?
Мы приводим все в хозяйство. Сейчас рэты отцепляем, собираем. 2 барашка у меня в трэшбэге.
Принято.
Зацепи за этот, что? Отпусти этот. Вот здесь. За проволоку. Да. Я просто не вижу где-то. Она опустилась, наверное. Ну да. Так, сейчас, погоди. Вот за эту проволоку. Это за одну часть, а это другую. На, свою эту. Или вот. Сейчас я тебя зацеплю. Запускаю, ага. Сейчас. Вот за это, вот конец. Делай. Ну что, поручень стоит